Sit back, rest in peace in the Black Christmas sleigh. Your sleigh will accommodate one or two more. We hope you're prepared for what Jack has in store.
And obviously this house has curb appeal. And I know you wanted a pool with a view. Dude, what are you doing?
You said if I wanted to buy or sell a house in Central Florida that I should follow you.
On social media.
Oh, you got a link? Thank you.
On this little planet we call Earth, this is the Solo Show.
Turn left if you come to a fork in the road.
Yes, sir. Turn left at the fork in the road.
I don't believe that.
To infinity and beyond.
You're going to need a bigger motion.
How are you?
I'm great.
Why are you laughing?
I don't know.
What's your name?
My name's Darcy Lynn.
Orange? Who made the console orange?
Do I look orange?
I didn't touch it.
Orange is not my color.
Not me.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, I'm anxiety.
Green light. Red light.
I'll have what she's having.
Hey, where's the beef?
You.
What's that?
No. I am your father.
Say what?
And we're live on YouTube.
Hello, hello.
And maybe parts unknown. I don't know. We'll find out. I look like a sheriff with this shirt on. What is this?
That's your badge.
My Halloween shirt. That's what it's supposed to be. I don't know why I got it.
I'm wearing my volunteer shirt today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they didn't give them out until the end because they didn't want you to have to change costume or whatever.
Oh,
So,
okay. Okay.
yeah. And we'll get into that in a minute.
Yeah. First off, I want to just say, you know what, our thoughts with everybody in the eye of or in the way of the hurricane heading to Florida. Scary stuff. I've been there, done that twice. I've been in Florida during one time it didn't hit us at all. And the other time we were right through Orlando. It was one of the worst ones. Disney World closed, everything shut down. And
I grew up in New Orleans and have lived through my fair share of hurricanes. I've never been in Disney for one.
Yeah.
But same. I echo your thoughts. I mean, as I was leaving Orlando yesterday, it was already starting to get busy. It was starting to get busy. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
People changing flights were booking for Sunday anytime they could already.
Yeah.
Just get out,
Get out of Dodge.
Yeah.
We were there for Star Wars Celebration, my daughter and I. She was 17 at the time, so it was like the start of Celebration 3 or 4 or something like that. And we got back to our room, and there was a note stood under the door saying possible high winds, chance of hurricane. Prepare yourself. Well, I mean, like my daughter's 17. I grew up on the prairies in Canada. We don't get hurricanes. I just said to her, "Do you know what we're supposed to do to prepare?" And she says, "No, do you?" And I said, "No." How are we supposed to prepare? I don't know how to prepare for a hurricane staying at a hotel in the middle of,
Yeah.
Florida.
Well, thinking about everybody there,
Yeah,
Disney property is probably one of the, I guess safer places you could be.
absolutely. Yeah,
But there's a lot of people that are in the way of this storm. So be
yeah,
safe, everybody.
yeah. Lily was in Walt Disney World during Ian 2 years ago.
Oof.
Yeah, it's I think it was Hurricane. I can't remember what the name was. Yeah, sending positive energy, and yeah, and they make. I think everybody in the chat and everybody watching, they have friends and people they know in Florida. Yeah, in particular. Hey, Stan, friend. I don't quite understand that. Hey, oh, Andrew. Sorry, Andrew. I didn't read the name. Hey, hey, Andrew. For some reason, I thought that was someone else completely. I was trying to figure out who is that. Okay,
Well,
alrighty.
let's
Let's
move
talk
on to
about.
what we watched, huh?
Well, hang on. Before we get to that, let's talk about you had a big weekend.
I had a very big weekend. Yeah. This past weekend, I went to Orlando for HalseyCon, which was a first year fan operated, driven, run. Every panelist already had a ticket, so like they didn't bring panelists in. It was everything fan driven. But it was 600 people, and it was all Galactic Star Cruiser super fans.
Nice.
600 people celebrating a Disney attraction that is closed.
Like, that would be like people like getting together and celebrating Mr. Toad.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
It's closed, yay!
it was
No,
the
it wasn't like
best
that.
rated Disney attraction in the history of the company by double digits, according to cast members. That is a fact that I now know. So we're not celebrating for nothing.
Yeah,
But
and you're not celebrating that it's closed. You're celebrating that it happened.
right, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
you're not happy it's closed.
I led a roundtable on character building for beginners. So I had a few questions that we went through and talked about what's important when you're creating a fake character for various situations if you want to go play out there in the world as an adult. And then I was on a panel where we reimagined the Star Cruiser and came up with a completely new story, and I had a different timeline.
Okay, what era did most people want to go with for that?
Well, the other guest on the show picked the High Republic era.
Okay,
Because the ship did exist in that time, and I picked the pre-Phantom Menace era when it was owned by the Hutts.
okay.
My version was probably 21 plus.
Now, wouldn't it have been really cool if they would have done it during when Han and Leia got married on the ship or had their
Yep.
honeymoon on the ship?
That
Would have
that
been.
there was another woman that was going to be on the panel, and that was the timeline that she had picked, but she unfortunately had a family tragedy and couldn't come to the con at all.
Oh, okay, because that would be the timeline I would have picked for it.
Right, and that was a good one.
Yeah.
One of the things that have you been on a Disney cruise?
I've been on several, yeah.
On Disney cruises, a lot of swag gets swapped, right? Like
Mhm.
people will do, I know ducks for sure.
Yeah.
Well, the Halcyon began doing that as well, and there was a lot of swag swapped. And I just
Let me
wanted to
see if I
share
can
a few of the
look at this for
things.
round.
Let's see.
How
I
do
hope you guys can see this.
Hang on, I'm gonna try to get it so you can get.
I gotta be
Where do we
careful
get
because they're so small.
There we go. That's it. There we
So
go.
this is one of the food. I
Oh
lost
no, it's
the-
broken forever.
No. That's the green milk.
So is this 3D printed or what is this?
This is 3D printed, yeah, and it looks like it might even be hand painted. And it is bento. So like these things come out
Oh my gosh. That is so
just
cute.
like actually on the Star Cruiser. So on this particular one, there's
How does it taste?
I wish it tasted like this.
It tastes about the same as it did on the
This
Star
one,
Cruiser.
no, the food on Star Cruiser was
I know.
amazing.
I'm joking.
Yeah, and the person gave me two, and like these are the actual trays that were on board as well.
Well,
There's
replicas, not the
well,
actual.
replicas, yes,
Yeah,
replicas
yeah.
of the
I would
trains.
hope
Yeah.
you get more food than that on the Halcyon.
There's a documentary that's being made called Halcyon Days that is chronicling everything that they possibly can about the Halcyon. I was interviewed for the documentary,
Is that
and
a Kickstarter thing?
kind of. They don't have a Kickstarter because Kickstarter has a time limit on the funding that they can get. But yes, they will accept funding. But halcyondays.com, I think, is the website.
Okay.
If you can, I don't think you can get this. This is just too small.
That's too small.
Yeah.
And
Anyway, on the keychain is this bottle of liquor, which has a story on board the Halcyon. Anyway, it's
tell us the story.
beautiful.
It's a fun story.
Yeah. So just like any cruise ship is christened with like a bottle of champagne, that bottle was used to christen the Halcyon, and it didn't break. And normally that would be bad luck for any seagoing vessel. And this the he's an Anzellan, the little droid guys from Rise of Skywalker. You remember that one? That little droid? That's an Anzellan, those little mini ones.
Okay.
And Anzellan made the Halcyon, and he said, no, this isn't bad luck. I'm keeping it on the ship for good luck. And he left it outside the bar, and everyone who would go inside the bar would rub it for good luck.
That's cool.
Yeah. There was a couple who were going around collecting stories. That's what they said. And if your story had a particular storyline in it, they were giving out some cards. And so since I mentioned the First Order in one of my stories, they gave me a First Order card. And because I mentioned the Resistance, they gave me a Resistance card. Because I did which way? There we go. The Jedi path, I got the Force card.
You're just naming off stuff.
And then this is the generic.
And then there's a Jawa for a while, and then there's a sand trooper. There's a snow trooper.
Let's see. Someone left out some recipe cards for recipes. This is roasted porg.
Oh, cool.
And this is the ice felutioned blue shrimp that was actually on the ship. Let's see.
I like those recipe cards. That's a good idea.
It was fantastic.
That'd be a good giveaway for celebration.
This is one of my favorites. I think you're gonna like this one. So this is I joined a union while there. My friend Nikki, she originally unionized the stormtroopers with an acronym UPCHUCK, and I don't know all of the words. Union to protect them. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, United.
Well, this one is Heaves. Heaves. The Hondo Employees Against Vile Employment Standards. She unionized Onaka Transports. And they're in Batu. And there's a pin that goes along with it. So nice. I joined that union. And this was a con special. I know the organizers originally, and they didn't tell anyone this, but they got up on stage and said, pallet got delivered to the con today. I bet you're wondering what's in that pallet. Well, inside we got a delivery from Hondo, and it is every Star Cruiser Magic Band left on the planet. We got them engraved for HalcyCon 2024.
Well, get out.
And everybody is getting 2.
Wow.
So they never sold these on board.
So they'll work in the parks.
They will work in the parks.
You can link them to your Disney Experience account.
Yes.
But you already got a couple of those, I imagine.
I have a few, yes.
Yeah, you're gonna say you got like 6 of those already.
But I've got 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that was pretty cool. That was pretty special. These you can't get these.
Yeah.
And that's one of many things like this. Like it just keeps going. So anyway, it was fantastic.
Sounds like Star Wars Celebration. You come back with so much swag after.
Yeah. Actually,
you got some photos too that you sent me.
Yeah, and I'll talk through those real quick. And while I'm talking about it, if anybody has any questions about Star Cruiser in the comments, I'll try to answer them quickly.
Yeah,
So
for people
this,
that don't know, Star Cruiser, I mean, there might be some people here that don't even know what Star Cruiser is.
yeah. So this is Michael Tara Garver. She is the founder of a company called Culture House Immersive, and she worked for Disney for really only 8-9 months. But she was the immersive director of Galactic Star Cruiser. Disney had built the bones of the experience for 4.5 years almost, and she came in and turned it into an experience that people actually were able to go through in a coherent way.
It
She
was kind of like
coached.
it was like for people that don't know, you might know it as the Star Wars Hotel. That's what a lot of people are more familiar with it being known as. And
Right.
Patrick went on it 4 times, you said?
Yes, sir. 4
Yeah.
times.
Yeah, and you're a huge fan and a component of it. Of course, now it shut down a little over a year ago.
Yeah.
Uh,
A year ago, 7 days, a year and 7 days ago.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so
So
it was basically a complete Star Wars immersive experience where you would eat, sleep, drink, everything Star Wars for 3 days, right?
this was not a phone. This is a data pad.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
take pictures, you take holo scans. Yeah. It was
Yeah.
a fully immersive 2-day experience. It included a trip down to Batu, and you had interactivity with things in Batu that nobody else had the opportunity to do. Right now, you can go and scan certain QR codes in the parks, and they will do nothing for you. But when you were on Star Cruiser, you could collect more things. You could interact at Ronto Roasters. You could interact at the Droid Depot. It was it full, and it was 45 hours. You got on board at 1 p.m. one day, and you got off at 10 a.m. 2 days later.
Yeah. So it's basically a virtual cruise ship.
Yeah, it was a 2-day simulated cruise. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there might be a couple people in the chat that might be have no idea what you're referring to.
So anyway, back to the pictures. So
Yeah.
so this is me on the panel where we were reimagining the Galactic Star Cruiser, and next to me is a cosplayer cosplaying as a I can't remember the species right now. Anyway, she's the classification would be a Saja, and Saja were invented and canonized into the Star Wars lore for Galactic Star Cruiser. They are force attuned, but not force sensitive.
So is that what the singer was?
No, Gaia is a Twi'lek, and she's a galactic superstar.
Yeah.
And she is there and actually part of that story. And she's actually on board to steal a stone.
Okay.
Actually, more or less, like this is kind of what they were going for, and this was
like a chip, kind of.
No, so it was a stone, and it was
okay,
an old hyperspace compass. Is what it was, like what they, the story thing. But it was just a stone, and now it's just a jewel sitting in a display. And so you actually went down to Batu, made bargains and made a fake one, and somebody actually got to bring a fake one back up to the ship, and then that fake one was swapped out with the real one, and the real one was then given to Gaia, and she brought it back to Ryloth.
Oh, cool. Okay, I didn't remember that storyline before. Ken's asking, was it the cost that killed them?
I will give a politically correct answer and say yes. They amortized the cost to make all of their money in 2 years if they were 100% fully booked for 2 years, and that was never going to happen. And in the end, they probably only got like 40 to 50% for a 6-month stretch, and that's So yes, the costs.
Yeah.
But if you want to get me on a if you want to get me on a soapbox, I can go for it.
Was booked solid, was it not? The first 6 months?
The first 4 months was booked fully solid. I mean, once it got to the first 4 months was booked solid, and then it got down into the 80s, and then once it got to like January, February, it was like 45% booked.
Yeah.
May 4th was 100%.
You know what's a big shame is, like, I know like a lot of people that like Star Wars Celebration is the big Star Wars event that happens every 2 years somewhere in the world. It was never in Florida while the Halcyon was there. I'd be curious to know the week before Star Wars Celebration, the week after Star Wars Celebration, what the numbers would have been for bookings.
I guarantee it would have been 100%.
Yeah, because there's people coming from Europe, there's people coming from Asia, there's people coming from Africa.
They would have been. So I mean,
South America, and while they're out, like, well, we might as well do Halcyon
to kind of veer into current topics. Have you heard how Epic Universe will be attended? You'll have to buy either a 2 or 3 day pass to Universal Studios in order to get 1 day at Epic Universe.
Oh my gosh.
So imagine if you're in town for Star Wars Celebration and you could have just tacked on the Star Cruiser.
Yeah. I know. Like people go to not Fan Expo, but when you go to Comic-Con in San Diego, and then while we're in San Diego, we always make the pilgrimage, to go see Lucasfilm or to go see,
Disneyland or
Disneyland or exactly. I mean, heck, I'm going to Tokyo. I might as well go to Hong Kong.
But
while I'm there.
To kind of get back to it, HalseyCon was a 2-day convention that was fan-run, fan-driven, and it was.
But it's basically a cult, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a cult.
Yeah, we're not a cult. No, we're not a cult.
You're in a cult.
So that was actually a Gaia song, and I'll give the quick story. When she's doing her dinner theater that night, and she's doing an entire set, that's one of the last songs that she does, and everyone gets up to do that dance called the Ryloth Slide, and it's used as a distraction to keep the lieutenant looking away while we're trying to sneak Chewbacca through the dining room.
Oh, okay. On the ship or
on the ship?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on the ship.
Did you guys do anything at the con like that, though?
Nobody really understood how the structure was really going to work. They had a couple events. They had the trial of Lieutenant Croy, and Lieutenant Croy was the First Order lieutenant that came on and took over the ship and was like kind of the bad guy. And in the end, he told his troopers to stand down. So he was found guilty of treason against the First Order.
Oh, okay. Did that go on like throughout the day or throughout the week?
That was a single day event, and it was about 45 minutes is how they did it.
Okay.
I proposed something, and it didn't make it through for this con because I didn't understand the structure, and I'm gonna completely rewrite it. I'm gonna propose something.
Yeah, because it would be cool if like some stormtroopers came in and kind of started taking prisoners and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
And then you have one other video here. What is this one here? I think it's lightsabers. Is this the final day or what is this here?
Let me see. I can't remember. Okay.
Yeah, so was that the closing ceremonies or what was that?
Yeah. So that was at the very end of the con's programming where those were the organizers up there on the stage, and anyone who had a lightsaber kind of ran up onto the stage and put their sabers over them to give them sort of a tribute, and then they put on the finale music and everyone just sang along with them because those people, every single person on that stage volunteered their time. Martin and Christine, who were the ones who first kind of pushed this out into the world, they are in debt for the convention. Like they put a lot of their own money into this.
I imagine, yeah.
The AV, the tech, all of it was all donated, all of it.
Wow.
Yeah, Ken, I'm a part of a cult. And I'll just sort of hey, Drew, Drew's here. So Drew, who's in the comments, that's Drew Gergich. He's one of the co-hosts of Heroes of the Halcyon. And he wasn't able to go, but he does a podcast with Martin and Christine, who were the organizers. And Drew's a great friend. But one of the really cool things that I did, and I'll kind of wrap up with this, is I was asked to attend a question and answer session with Michael Garver. And they did 3 sessions of 15 people. So there were 45 people who were asked to sit down and talk with her. And me and my father-in-law, who went more than me, we were asked to be a part of that. And that was really special to get asked questions about how it affected us from someone who makes it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what flavor was the Kool-Aid for the call?
It was green milk flavored.
Green milk flavored? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You could actually pick between green and blue, and I like green a little bit more.
I like it when you mix the two together.
That's actually pretty good. Blue is a little too bubblegummy for me.
Yeah, you gotta mix the two together.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
They had custom drinks there too and everything. They even
Oh, cool.
That's Lucas.
So are they going to do it next year? I mean, if they can't keep losing money at this, they got to come up with an idea or a plan or something to.
They have made no
break even.
Yeah, they have made no official announcement. They have asked the organizers didn't ask. It was a lot of friends that were helping that asked, but they're asking for donations. And if they do it again, it's probably going to cost more.
Yeah, the ticket's got to go up.
That's not going to be $200.
Yeah, I don't know what type of merch you could sell or make or whatever, but yeah, they're going to have to come up with some. Okay, let's go right on to the top movies.
Yeah, well, Beetlejuice is sticking in the top 3. Their weekend gross was 10 million. Their total is 266 million over 5 weeks. Number 2 is.
And I've been hearing good things about Beetlejuice. I haven't heard anybody really say it's horrible. They say
I haven't heard anything negative about it at all. The only thing I've heard is lukewarm.
Yeah. It's like the original. It's good.
Yeah. At number 2 is The Wild Robot, which I've heard is phenomenal. I've heard nothing but fantastic things. I can't wait to see this.
I'm actually thinking about maybe going tomorrow.
Oh, please. Let me know how it is.
Yeah.
Its weekend gross was 19 million. Its total was 64 million in 2 weeks. And number 1 is Joker, Folie à Deux. I hope I said that right. It's excuse me. Its weekend gross was $40 million in its opening weekend.
Now it cost 120 million to make. And generally, if you don't make your money back opening weekend, you're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And I've talked to 2 people that went to go see it. One of them said that one of them is a massive Lady Gaga fan. That's the reason that not a Batman fan, not a DC fan, a Lady Gaga fan. So they went to see Lady Gaga, and they said, "Well, they needed more Lady Gaga." They said that the Lady Gaga parts were great. The rest of the movie was meh, and they said that she's hardly in it at all. Was what they said.
I'm guessing in a 2-hour movie she has maybe like 10 minutes.
Perhaps, yeah. And the other one said that he didn't think that the first one they could possibly get worse than the last one because he hated the last one.
Really,
he hated this one even more.
Well, what did you think about the first one, if I may ask?
I'm trying to think of. I watched it on TV, and I probably watched it over 3 days. I mean, I could take it or leave it. I guess it was. Well,
I saw it in theaters, and I thought it was amazing.
Okay.
It's just one of those very brutal movies that I never wanted to see again. I also didn't like how the message started to sort of get skewed and co-opted. Like, I don't know. Once you chase somebody down and take them out in cold blood, you're no longer a good guy. I don't know how. I don't understand how that's not
hard to sympathize for him.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Up until that, literally up until that point, I'm on his side. But anyway.
Yeah. Lily's saying she heard it was a flop. And I mean, at 40 million, there's no way it's going to be number 1 next week. I don't think.
No. And I mean, how much did the first Joker make in its opening weekend? I should have looked that up. I will. Actually,
it did make more than that. I think it was double that. Is what I believe I heard. Okay. Well, while Patrick looks that up. For people that I don't know, last week when I talked about what we watched, one of the things I watched was Saturday Night Live, and I thought just about every single skit hit. And one of the ones that was really good, I thought last week, And this week too, Saturday Night Live was really good as well. But last week they did a skit about Spirit Halloween. And did you catch it? That skit?
I don't know. I've been watching a lot of the clips online, but I don't know if I saw this one.
So it was basically about how Spirit Halloween is revitalizing these closed businesses, and they're bringing, you know, like life back to communities for 6 whole weeks. Basically, it's what and they showed a Kmart with a Spirit Halloween sign across the top. For 6 weeks, we'll bring life back to the communities of these where businesses are closing down.
Well, the great joke was, I think even you put it on the cover of one of your episodes, was to put the Spirit Halloween over the Halcyon.
Yeah, well, actually, I did it for the Halcyon last year. But anyway, so Spirit Halloween did a little tweet to fight back to Saturday Night Live about them making fun. And they made a Saturday Night Live costume of an irrelevant 50-year-old TV show, includes dated references, unknown cast members, and shrinking ratings. That's Spirit Halloween tweeted. So
shooting back.
Yeah, I thought it was fun. I like it when companies can take a joke and they fire back like that.
So ironically, because I'm trying to scramble and find this, I can't find how much Joker made in its first week, because all of the news is about Joker 2.
Oh, okay.
It's just the way that algorithm works. Whatever.
Yeah.
So, all right, the worst commercials ever.
Right.
I saw this and I was so excited. I can't wait.
Okay, so a couple weeks back, I showed the Bell commercials that are in Canada that I just love. The Bell commercials, they're so good. So there's another thing in Canada that we have. It's Recycle Everywhere, recycleeverywhere.ca. If you have questions about recycling or anything like that, and they advertise on TV a lot. And in movie theaters, and like during the Olympics, like
That's
every
awesome.
single time there was an Olympic commercial, that was Recycle Everywhere commercial, which was the bad ones. So I'm going to show you their old commercials, which are actually pretty good.
Okay.
And then I'll show you their current ones that every time I see one of these commercials, I'm tempted to go buy a drink, dump it out, and throw the bottle in the river. Because I hate the new one.
Doing the exact opposite. Okay.
So anyway, so here's the first one of the good ones that they had. They had a whole string of them. There's like 12 of them, but I just picked a couple.
Is this your place? Well, we just love your garbage.
It's delicious.
It's just, these are recyclable. And we found them in the trash.
We are kind of experts on this.
And you call us animals.
It doesn't take an expert to know. Empty beverage containers belong in a recycling bin. Recycle everywhere.
I thought that was fun. I like the cute at the end.
Yes.
Yeah. So I thought those were cute. I like the ones with the raccoons. So they did a whole bunch of them with the raccoons. So here was another one that they did with the raccoons.
That's strange.
Honey, wait. Oh, hey, Phil.
Bernie, you scared me.
It's all these empty beverage containers in the garbage, buddy. You're messing up my dinner date.
Hi, Mr. Lambert.
We talked about this, champ. Delicious trash in the trash, beverage containers in the recycling bin, okay?
You're the experts.
Okay. All right, off to the neighbors.
It doesn't take an expert to know. Empty beverage containers belong in a recycling bin. Recycle everywhere.
So
that's good as a sequel. Yeah,
they're pretty good. Yeah, Recycle Everywhere. The new commercials are so annoying, and it's funny because you go to their YouTube page and you look at it, and people are just dissing on the new commercials. I haven't gotten to the new commercials yet. Yeah, that was funny. I think these are funny. And then another one that they did with the raccoons was a Halloween one. So I figured it's Halloween time. We'll show the Halloween one.
Yeah. Here you go, pal.
Trick or treat, buddy.
Oh, hey guys, what's going on? Can't be our recycling.
Nope, it's free candy day. Load us up.
All right. Here you go, guys. Enjoy.
Keep it coming, Phil. Come on.
Okay. Oh, wow. That's all right.
Good job on the recycling, buddy.
You're killing it, Phil.
Happy Halloween.
Okay. Yeah, at the Wilsons, you get full chocolate bars.
All right. Thanks for scaring the neighbors. Oh, what a life.
So that was a good one too. Yeah, so they had great commercials.
It's a dry humor.
Yeah, yeah. But they had this great program. So now they got this new uh thing that they're coming out with. And the most embarrassing part is they're filming them in my city. I can recognize some of the scenes. Okay, put your seatbelts on, put on your crash helmets, because these ones coming up are so freaking bad. Yeah, Lily's saying, yeah, that was cute. They were cute. They were great, and they got the message across about recycling. Now these new ones, I just want to punch these kids in the faces. Here we go.
You still don't know if you can recycle this? Or that? Or these? Seriously? Oh, recycling's too complicated. Too inconvenient? Too hard? Like doing your homework? You can't find a bin? Or maybe you can't tell blue from black. Police. You drink it, you bin it.
Those snot-nosed kids, I'll tell you. I'm going to take my recycle bin. I'm chopping it up and I'm putting it in my black bin. That's what I'm
Someone
gonna
needs to someone needs to teach that marketing person that condescendence does not breed happiness.
Exactly. So here's the second one that they came out with. This one's even worse.
You still don't recycle this at the office? Because you're too busy? Work. Or you're too important, like the boss. The big boss. Do this, do that. Oh, recycling's not in your job description? Hey, not my problem. Recycling's not in your inbox? Not in your to-do list? Hello? You drink it, you bin it.
Oh, I can't stand these commercials. They just get under my skin.
I mean, that's the worst part, is that they are condescending.
Yeah. Oh, extremely condescending. Yeah. But at the same time, it is important, to take care of the planet.
Absolutely. What is the saying? Reuse, reduce, recycle. Yeah. So, and those should be used in order. You should reduce your use as much as you possibly can. Anytime that you can't reduce your use, you should try to reuse it. And then if you can't reuse it, you should try to recycle it.
Yeah.
I mean, fantastic, but don't be condescending to people when sometimes things are out of your control.
Yeah. And we got to leave the planet a better place for Willie Nelson and Keith Richards. Because
they're going to live forever.
Exactly. They're going to be here forever. So we need to leave the planet for them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw this on the list and I was very excited as well. The Fictional Town Trivia.
Right. So I got a new trivia game. Everybody play along, get your keyboards ready. As per usual, we're playing for bragging rights. And Patrick, you have to wait before you answer. Don't blurt it out.
All right.
Wait for the chat to catch up.
I might
so
not.
I'm going to either name a TV show or a town, and you got to name either the town or the TV show. And it's multiple choice, so it's A, B, or C.
Okay.
So
okay.
It's pretty self-explanatory. So, what is the town from the Flintstones? Is it Dino Heights, Bedrock, or Stonegate Springs? I mean, this one's pretty much a softball. Let's see. So let's recycle the raccoon. Exactly. Let's recycle the raccoon commercial.
That's what I was giggling at when you were telling me the rules. I saw his.
Hi, Sam. Welcome. Dick Van Dyke. That's another one too that we need to leave the planet for. Yeah. Bedrock. Yeah, that one's pretty. Yeah, that one's pretty easy.
Flintstones, meet the Flintstones. They're a modern Stone Age family from the town of Bedrock.
Head Springs. Okay, Sunnyvale is the fictional town of which TV show? Buffy the Vampire Slayer, WandaVision, or Once Upon a Time? A little bit more trickier.
This is a little bit trickier. I actually don't know if I know this one.
Ollie, can you eliminate them?
I can eliminate one for sure.
Okay, so Ken is saying WandaVision. He's the first one in with WandaVision. Lily thinks it's Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Dawn is thinking WandaVision.
Okay. Well, I've never watched Once Upon a Time, so
What's Dog Time was pretty good.
I actually don't know.
I actually watched all 3 of these.
I was just too young to get into Buffy. I was just too young. I was like, it was a little too adult for my parents to let me watch it.
Well, my daughter's younger than you, and she watched every single episode on DVD. So what's your guess? What's your guess?
My guess is A.
Buffy?
I'm going with Lily.
Okay. Yeah, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Hey.
There we go. Right on. Okay. Ooh, that's a bad shot. Stranger Things is set in what Indiana town?
I do know this one.
Alton or Hawkins?
Those are great choices, though. I know where 2 out of the 3 of them are.
Dawn is saying Hawkins.
Come on, Ken. What's your guess?
Sam is saying Hawkins. What are you saying, Patrick?
Oh, it's Hawkins.
Yeah, it's Hawkins. Oh, Lily can't read the choices. Sorry. Yeah, it was. I'm not sure what happened to that screen. That one shot. It was bad.
Right. And this is we are doing a live feed, but this is also an audio medium as well, so I can read them out loud.
Okay, so Neptune, California is the setting for what TV show? Veronica Mars, Alias, or Dexter? Neptune, California.
These are 3 shows that I never watched.
I watched Dexter.
I watched some of Dexter.
So good.
It's a little. I'm a wimp. It's a little too scary for me.
So Ken is saying Dexter. Oh, Ken says he's never watched any of these. Lily is saying Veronica Mars.
Mine's a total guess. I'm going with A as well. I'm going with Veronica Mars.
With Veronica Mars?
Yeah, mine's a total guess.
Okay. Dawn is guessing A as well.
I'm hoping that the space theme is right. Hey!
Yeah, Veronica Mars. Yeah, Neptune, Veronica, or Mars, rather. Yeah. Name the town from Green Acres. Is it Hooterville, Jumbie Junction, or Quackington? It's an older show.
I used to watch this when Nick at Night was first a thing.
I never ever watched Green Acres other than the opening theme song. I couldn't really ever. I tried watching it and I just wasn't. I don't know what it was.
I didn't enjoy it all that much, but correct. The theme song was great.
Yeah, Green Acres is the place to be. So, okay, Dawn is saying Hooterville. I'm not sure which one Ken is answering, the first one or the last one. Ken is saying Hooterville. I think they just want it to be Hooterville.
Because I remember it being a train station. I'm going with Jumbie Junction.
Jumbie Junction. Is Lily going to hop in there? Or Sam? Nobody else? Okay. Hooterville.
Oh, I was wrong.
Here we go.
My badge for being a volunteer as well.
Yeah, nice. Point Place, Wisconsin is the setting for what TV show? Malcolm in the Middle, Freaks and Geeks, or That 70s Show?
I think I know this one.
Wisconsin.
All right.
Well, Lily said Hooterville for the other one. Okay.
Here, I put in a spacer.
Okay, there we go. Dawn is saying That 70s Show. For
I'll let a couple more people get guesses.
Do you know this one?
I think I do. Yeah.
Lily is saying That 70s Show. Ken is saying Freaks and Geeks.
Hello, Wisconsin.
So, which one are you saying?
That's
70
Show. That's 70 Show. It's got to be right.
Yeah, That 70 Show.
Have you watched That 80s Show at all?
I'm
or
just
That 90s Show. Which one is it?
I think it's 80s.
Yeah.
Is it 90s? I don't know. I watched most of them. I think there's 2 seasons now, isn't there?
Yeah, I found it really enjoyable. It's still fun.
It's one of those things that if I got a half hour to kill, I'll put it on.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
What is the fake town in Massachusetts from Dawson's Creek? Duncrest, Cape Side, or Ocean View Harbor? Now, this is one of those shows I've never watched.
This is a show I also never watched. There were girls that I liked when I was in high school that loved this show, and I never could get into it.
Yeah. I never really.
Oh, I'll put a spacer in again.
Ken couldn't get into Dawson's.
Yeah. Oh, Lily already got in. She picked Dunecrest.
Oh yeah. Okay, so Lily picked A, Dunecrest. Donald's guessing B, Cape Side. This is kind of a trickier
I'm gonna
one.
go with Ocean View Harbor because it sounds very 2000s soap opera.
Dawson's Creaky. Oh yeah, put your spacer in. Yeah, that might have been in the last one. Cape Side. So who got that one? Don got Cape Side. And was that it? Was Don the one who won?
Yeah. Lily guessed A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
We all got it wrong.
Yeah. Oh, this is the last one. Okay, where does SpongeBob SquarePants take place? Kelp Kingdom, Bikini Bottom, or Seaweed City? I think this one's pretty easy.
I'm not gonna sing it.
Yeah, I've never ever really watched SpongeBob, but even I know the answer to this one. Billy saying Bikini Bottom.
It still blows my mind that this is even a more than a kids' TV show. It's a Broadway play.
Is it really?
There's a live action musical SpongeBob, and from what I understand, it won Tonys.
Get out.
Or at the very least, I know it was nominated.
Okay.
I'm going with Bikini Bottom as well.
Everyone's getting Bikini Bottom. There we go.
I'm going.
So speaking of SpongeBob, what's next?
Wendy's is going to be introducing a new burger meal based on SpongeBob SquarePants. Yep, the Krabby Patty is coming to Wendy's.
So this starts tomorrow in Canada and the US. The Krabby Patty burger is coming to Wendy's, which
can't wait to try it.
Well, the thing that I'm more excited about, the pineapple frosty. We got a Dole Whip coming to Wendy's.
Hopefully it doesn't have milk because I'm lactose intolerant.
Well, the Dole Whips don't, but Frosties do. So I think it's a vanilla with pineapple. I think it's almost like a citrus swirl, but instead of citrus, it's going to be pineapple. So
I wish I could try it, but I will definitely try a Krabby Patty.
I think we try it next week on the air.
Okay.
Next Monday. So this is what my thought is. At the start of the show, we order Uber Eats and see who wins the Uber Eats race, and we can try them live on the air. What do you think?
We can go for it.
That's what I was
That'll
thinking.
Be fun. That'd be fun
to do. What does the chat think? Should we do that next week? We'll at the start of the show, we'll get on our phones and we'll order. I'm gonna do it's a Canadian company, Skip the Dishes though, instead of Uber Eats. But it's the same idea. Ken knows what he's having for lunch tomorrow. he's gonna get the Krabby Patty. I wonder if it's a way to find out if there is milk in the.
I'll look up the ingredients. I'll look up the ingredients. Yeah,
because I definitely want. I'm more interested in trying the pineapple under this frosty. Yeah, Lily says it sounds fun. Don is saying, let's do that.
And at the bare minimum, I can pick it up on the way home from work if I can't Uber Eats it. Because sometimes, at least where I live, and I'm not saying no, sometimes where I live, the charges for delivery are incredible.
Okay, well, find that out. Do a test one like someday, whatever, like tomorrow or after the show. Find out if it's worth it for you or not. If it's going to be insane.
I definitely do want to try it. That sounds fantastic. I would love to do that.
Yeah, and then pick one up after work, and we'll try it on the air. Then the Saturday Night Live, I was doing a skit. The opening, honestly, I can't remember what the guest was, but his opening monologue, he was talking about Uber Eats or DoorDash.
This past week's host was very deadpan, was he not?
He was funny.
He was great.
Yeah,
I loved some of those skits. Particularly
here
the
you go.
American Revolution one was fantastic.
Don says he'll stop by the Solo Studios and bring me a Krabby Patty next week.
Hey.
There you go. Yeah, so he was talking about he says he orders a Blizzard, and he says it's like $1,000 with the delivery charge. I want my Blizzard now. He's sitting on the couch.
You know, and not to kind of veer back to the con. The one negative that I experienced was just that the hotel restaurant wasn't ready for that many people. It was taking some people like an hour to get their food from the hotel
Every
restaurant.
convention is like that. Every convention.
And
like
the
that.
breakfast was $18 at the Wyndham in Orlando.
And what was it?
It was a buffet breakfast. It was a continental breakfast.
Well, that's good.
But it was $18.
That's cheap. Wait. Like, are we talking bagels or are we talking eggs and omelets?
I mean, they weren't doing omelets. No.
Okay.
It was like a serve yourself, cold. I mean, they had some warm stuff. But like $18, normally I think of that as being included in a hotel.
Yeah.
But anyway.
John is asking, do I need to pass through the studio? No, I think I might just DoorDash it. I'll see how much it is. Wendy's is very close to me.
Caleb saying his dreams are coming true.
Caleb says, I'm definitely planning on getting the Krabby Patty. My dreams are coming true. For sure. And apparently the only thing that's different on it is it has a sauce. It has a Krabby Patty sauce.
Okay.
A special sauce. And Wendy's isn't saying what the sauce is. So I guess we have to.
I hope they have allergy information for the sauce.
Yeah. How are you seriously you're allergic to like milk and dairy or?
Yeah, dairy will make me hurt. Yeah.
So what about cheese? There's cheese on it.
Oh well, I'll just have them leave the cheese off.
Okay.
I'll just have to. I don't get to experience the full gloriousness of the Krabby Patty.
You don't get to have that processed cheese with the orange dye.
Yeah, I've experimented. Actually, we went to IHOP and they cook in butter at IHOP, and I was a little sick from that.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. See, I can't have a lot of I don't drink milk. Like I have lactase, like almond milk or whatever with my cereal.
Actually, the breakfast that cost me almost $20. Yeah. They cooked in butter, and I felt lactose intolerance symptoms from that. And the way that I normally make my con dollar stretch is that I'll make a breakfast at my hotel, make a second breakfast, and take that as my lunch. And so I thought like, whatever, I'll spend $20 and I'll at least get 2 meals out of it. I got lactose intolerance symptoms from my breakfast, so I didn't eat the lunch.
You're just too used to going on the Halcyon where the food's included.
And
that's what the problem is.
They have you have an allergy? Come meet with our chef. He'll make everything special for you.
Yeah.
Did you know, I guess since we're in topics, there was recently at a third-party location an incident on Disney property, but at a third-party location. Right now,
another one?
It was recently. I don't know if it was another one, but right now, if you're on Disney property and you have a food allergy, a chef will be required to meet with you.
Well, I think that's always been the way.
I don't know if it's always been the way.
They always ask, do you want to speak to the chef?
They ask you if you want to speak with the chef, but if you say, yes, I have an allergy, the server is no longer able to take your order of specialty. You must speak with the chef.
Okay.
For safety reasons.
Okay.
What's
next?
Billy Crystal is on Apple TV Plus.
Yeah. So Billy Crystal has a new show called Before. Yeah, that's the name of the show, Before. Billy Crystal hasn't done anything for a while.
On the flight to Orlando, I couldn't think of anything better to watch, so I watched Princess Bride.
Okay.
Have fun storming the castle.
This is a new series coming. So the trailer is kind of just watch it.
Why are you here, Eli?
I've been accused of not being myself.
You've had a successful career helping troubled kids.
It's okay.
Can you identify the moment that changed?
Yeah, of course. It's the day my wife died. Then?
What's with the farmhouse?
Just some picture I found. Hey. Your parents must be really worried about you. Do you know where you live?
He was my first foster. The last parents found him unnerving.
What do you know about this farmhouse that he keeps drawing?
I never realized that.
Suffering from hallucinations, repeated expulsions from schools. I'm starting to feel like there's a reason he found me. I have a game for you. Put your block right in the middle. Now you say something that makes you mad.
People who do bad things.
What kind of bad things?
You know what you did. That's me. That's you. We're looking for a friend.
If we're connected, maybe I could save him.
You're gonna have to start talking to me about Len.
I'm fine.
Are you sure?
What have you done?
That looks pretty intense.
I am a little shaken. That looks very much like The Sixth Sense in
That's
many
what I was
ways.
going to say. Yeah.
Actually, because it's Halloween, my wife, who loves scary movies, was wanting to watch a scary movie last night, and so I've turned on The Sixth Sense, and I could watch it up to a certain point, and then I have to turn it off.
You might
Because-
not want to watch before.
right. I mean, it looks fantastic, but that looks terrifying.
Yeah, Lily's saying it's too scary for her. Yeah, Drew is yikes.
Drew, yikes. Yeah.
Welcome to. I'm going to check this out mainly because Billy Crystal. And also because Halloween and it's October 25th, and I really like Sixth Sense, and it really has a Sixth Sense vibe to it.
It does look a lot like Sixth Sense. I was laughing at Ken's comment here.
Yeah, that's everything is that now. Slow down the song and make it scary.
Yeah, and to be honest, I think one thing that might be a little bit scarier about that is that we are so used to seeing Billy Crystal in a comedic sense that to see him serious, that gives it another sort of gravitas. A lot like Jim Carrey in scary movies, right? Like the funny guy being terrifying or being in a terrifying situation is even more terrifying.
Yeah, Don is saying this is the way. I just remembered next Monday is Canadian Thanksgiving, so I'll have a Krabby Patty for Thanksgiving dinner.
All right.
That'll work out perfectly. Yeah, Billy Crystal in a suspense movie. Okay.
Yeah.
All righty.
Next up.
What other trailer we got? This one's a bit more fun.
Just in case you were wishing there was more TV shows about roller skating, Max is to the rescue with Roller Jam.
This is the biggest thing in roller skate history.
This is Roller Jam.
We've got the 10 best teams in America ready to battle it out with 150 grand on the line.
We have prepared our entire lives for this one moment. This show is the first time ever that roller skating is being appreciated. The passion, the artistry,
the love, the connection.
That's what I'm talking about.
Not that many people know the work, blood, sweat, and tears that go into it.
These guys always have my back, you know?
I see the hunger to win.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
But only one team will survive.
Can we talk about the Running Man?
I just pulled a hamstring watching y'all.
That is the way I like it.
Yeah, I'm totally down.
So we got the 10 best teams in America. Also happen to be the only, the teams and 10 teams in America doing roller skating. But I think that's going to be fun. But the thing is, though, the judges. Okay, so Brian Weir. Okay, that makes sense. He was a figure skater, so he knows a little bit about dancing on skates. But the other two, one's a singer, and the other one is like a daytime. So I'm not sure which he is. Like
It looked like the hosts were switching in and out. It looked like the one of the hosts of
the judges, or
one of the judges. She is the host of a reality show. Her and her husband do like fixer uppers.
Yeah.
They own Magnolia Silos.
Yeah, so there's different judges in that. So it doesn't like who are these people to be judging roller skating? I mean, I guess if you don't you see talent, you know talent.
Yeah. Looks like
dancing. Dancing with the Stars on Wheels.
It looks a lot like America's Best Dance Crew on Wheels. That
Okay.
MTV show. Yeah.
Yeah. Caleb says, I just saw this trailer of the series on live TV like 2 hours ago. It looks pretty good. There's a lady from Australia on there. Yeah. the rapper or the breakdancer. Doing the kangaroo. Yeah.
Man. That does look really fun. All right, moving on.
I think it should be fun, especially to keep the 70s vibe to it.
Yes. Michael Che has been pulling double duty, shuttling between Saturday Night Live, where he's now celebrating 10 years as a Weekend Update anchor, and Manhattan City's Winery, where he's workshopping a new late night show. Don't Sleep with Michael Che is his working title, mostly, he says, because he gets a kick out of its turn of phrase.
Yeah, so he wants to start a new late night TV show. I mean, I guess the problem is doesn't every network already have a late night TV show? And do we need another late night? Like, what is it going to be on, like 3 in the morning? It'd be like the after show.
If there's a new format that he can do that, I mean, there are new shows that are slight changes, right? Like The Daily Show was new and different, and that's technically a late night show. And then what's the one that's on HBO with John Oliver?
Yeah.
Last Week Tonight.
Yeah.
But that's once a week. So,
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see what Shay comes up with.
I am always down for people to give me a new idea.
Sorry about the roller jam. Ken is saying Maureen McCormick. Yeah, so I think they're gonna be swapping out the judges every week.
Yeah.
I mean, I really like Michael Che, so I'd probably at least watch it for the first week or so and see what it's all about.
Yeah, show me what you got.
Yeah, so he's looking to do another late night show because we don't have enough. We need more roller skating on TV.
All right, and
our final shot,
final big one. Slim Shady is going to be a grandfather. Eminem, who is 51, reveals that his daughter Haley, who is 28, is pregnant in a new video. Grandpa. The 28-year-old is expecting her first baby with her husband, Evan McClintock.
So, freaking Eminem's gonna be a grandfather? Like, my gosh, I was shocked when I heard that.
You feel old, huh?
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, I remember when my cousin got in trouble for sneaking and getting his albums.
Oh, really?
Then I would listen to them. I was like 12 years old listening to the Marshall Mathers LP.
There we go. But you check out the video. I was going to do the video. It's kind of long and it's kind of slow, but it's very emotional. I'm not sure who made it. I got a feeling she made it or she got somebody to make it, but it's all the home movies of her growing up with him. It's beautiful. It's an absolutely beautiful video, and that's what it ends with. It ends with her giving him the jersey with the football jersey with Grandpa on it, and then the what you call it,
the ultrasound,
the ultrasound photo. Yeah. And the look on his face was just shock. I'm gonna be a grandpa. Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, I'm so old. The Slim Shady is a
she's 28. It's not like she's not like she's 17 or anything,
Yeah, or younger. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it was just like, what the heck happened to the time?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Well, it was good catching up with you, Stan.
Yeah. So next week
we never actually talked about what we watched. Do you want to save it for next week?
Yeah, we'll save it for next week. I talked
right.
a little about Saturday Night Live, and I can't even remember. I wrote it down, but it doesn't matter.
I started to watch Furiosa on the plane.
Which one?
Furiosa.
Okay.
Did you ever watch it? The Mad Max movie.
Was that the newest
Furiosa?
one?
It's the newest one. I started to watch it. I had not seen it yet.
I don't think I watched it.
So far, I've loved it. It was really entertaining.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
Lily's saying another fun show.
Thank you, Lily. And thanks for everyone for joining in. I appreciate everybody coming.
Okay, so next week is Canadian Thanksgiving, next Monday. We're going to be doing our Thanksgiving dinner on Saturday, just because it works out better with my daughter and all that. So I'll be free, so we can do the show. We'll have Krabby Patties, and I want to do some Canadian slang trivia.
Oh, okay.
So Ken and Don are going to have a bit of a just do whatever they say, because they'll probably know them all. But I'll put up a word and you see if you can guess what that word means.
Well, then I'll have to guess before they can put their answers in.
Yeah, exactly. All right, everybody, have a great week. We'll see you next week on Canadian Thanksgiving.
See you next Monday. Bye, guys.
Turn left if you come to a fork in the road.
Yes, sir. Turn left at the fork in the road.
I don't believe that.
To infinity and beyond.
You're gonna need a bigger motion.
How are you?
I'm great.
Why are you laughing?
I don't know.
What's your name?
My name's Darcy Lynn.
Orange? Who made the console orange?
Do I look orange?
I didn't touch it.
Orange is not my color.
Not me.
Hello? Oh my gosh, I'm anxiety.
Green light. Red light.
I'll have what she's having.
Hey, where's the beef?
You.
What's that?
With that.